What's happening, race family? I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Today is Saturday. We have a big race less than a week away. I haven't had any time to work on the car throughout the week, been slammed to work. Today is Saturday and I'm working on it right away. I'm trying to get the belly pan installed. I'll show you guys how that's going. If you guys haven't caught the video on that racing channel, they uploaded an awesome 25-minute video on Baltic Supra, a full review of some street driving. They also had great media coverage at Texas 2K, Bradenton, and some races at PBIR, so I hope you guys got to see that. If not, check out our buddies, our good friends, That Racing Channel's YouTube channel, and check out that video. You guys will definitely get a good kick out of it. It's a well-edited video, not what I put together. But anyhow, I'll show you guys the belly pan. It's pretty straightforward installation. Initially, I told you guys that it wasn't a plug-and-play item or something I could just bolt right up. And the reason I say that, I'll show you guys these pictures. It looks like there were some welded, like little tabs right in the front of it holding it in place, welded to the intercooler. You guys can see that here. And I thought I would have to do the same, but turns out I went underneath there and there's actually like factory mounting locations. So I'm mounting it up now. I had to make just one small little cut. I might have to make another cut now, so I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so you can see that there. There was actually a mounting location here, and there was already a pre-drilled hole, and there was actually a mounting location here as well. These bolts aren't fully tight yet. I'm just kind of placing it. And if you can see, I put a big drag radial. These are the tires that I use in the Supra. I had extra, so I put one to kind of just hold the belly pan in place. The one cutout that I had to make is actually here. This is a tab that holds one of the, I want to say like 3 that hold my intercooler in place. So I made a small little cutout so I can sit flush right up here. So I made that one little cut, and now I'm thinking I might have to make cuts as well. I'll show you guys. I might have to make a small cut right here as well, just to give it more clearance and be able to push the pan up a little higher, because in the back is not really sitting all that flush. But for the most part, it's a lot better than having to weld those tabs in the front, have to go somewhere because I don't have a welding machine or know how to weld. So I really thought I was gonna have to weld pieces to here. That's what you see in the pictures online, but man, just bolting it up to right there, that's freaking awesome. So that's a really neat piece. If you guys own a Supra, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't necessarily drag race like I do, or all out, run it balls to the wall. Guys, any oil leak from the, obviously from the engine, oil leak, power steering, like right now I have no power steering, but before I had the factory rack and that thing would leak all the time. You don't want any of that crap going underneath the tires, or any coolant or fuel leaks. So it doesn't hurt. Not to mention when you drop those bolts that you're working on the car and they go missing forever, at least now you're here, hit this metal pan. You could reach your hand in there and grab for them. So I'll show you what it looks like from the back as well. And again, this is Cody Phillips. It was like 200 bucks. It was $199 for the pan. It got here really fast. I think a couple days it shipped to my house. So again, back here, he sends it with pre-drilled holes. I would just have to drill up here and then just put a little screw right to both sides and secure it. So one here and one over there and you're done. But what I'm saying is, you see, I can't push it up any higher. So I'm gonna have to just cut a little bit right there. That light's crazy bright. Get out of here. I'll make a small cut right there, maybe right here and right here. Be able to push it up a little higher, and that should help it close. All right, so let me try to get this done, and then we'll see how much more work we can do to the car today. I got new tires I gotta go get mounted. Not the ones that are underneath the car, those are old as well. But I received a new set of drag radials back here. So we'll get that mounted. I got some new brakes, guys. Lots of good things are happening. This is the parachute. I'm waiting on the parachute mount in the rear. I hope to have that for this week. Guys, I bought some new brakes. These are the, I'll show you guys, these things are badass. These are the Strange drag brakes. This is a full billet caliper. It shaves a lot of weight over the factory brakes. And also the next benefit is gonna be, in case I ever choose to, I could run a 15-inch drag radial. So the reason I'm on a 17 now is I love my 17s and it gives the car a very street look, and it's different than every other Supra that's out there drag racing, but I had no choice. I couldn't put a 15-inch wheel because I still have the factory twin turbo Supra brakes, and those things are massive, they're huge. So by going to this setup, not only do I save like 20 pounds, but I could also fit a 15-inch radial, so that's gonna be cool. I don't plan on changing them anytime soon. The brakes, yes, the wheels, no. My goal is to keep pushing faster and faster on the 17s. My goal is to go 7s, and we did that, 780. Now my new goal is to go 750s. If we can go 750s on a 17-inch wheel, all Toyota parts, Toyota differential, transmission, obviously the legendary 2JZ. That's gonna be freaking awesome. So let me keep working on the car and I'll keep showing you guys little clips here and there. All right guys, so I made some additional cuts where in the front I completely cut out the tab to clear that bracket for the intercooler. On the side, what I decided to do was I made 2 cuts, and rather than taking the piece out completely, I kind of just expanded it out. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's see if that wants to work. All right, so I showed you guys the front where I completely cut a space for this bracket to fit there so it could be nice and flush all the way to the top. Now on the sides, let me see. There you go. So what I did was I opened it up just a little bit to give me the clearance that I need. And if I can get it, if that's the clearance that we need right there, like I was saying earlier, I can get these little tabs right here welded. I didn't want to cut right down here because the last thing I need is any spillage of fluids in there coming out the sides. So if we can just weld this back up, it's like nothing ever happened. We'll see if that gives us the clearance we needed in the rear. All right guys, I finished the install of the belly pan. It's a really simple installation. I also want to make a note that these cutouts that I made here on the side are probably unnecessary. Now that it's actually mounted in the back, I mean, it would have bulked out the pan a little bit in the center, but probably wouldn't have been a bad thing. So I've already went ahead and fixed it up here on this side. I'm actually gonna pull this back tab out just a hair, just to give a little more clearance, but again, don't cut yours. It's not necessary. It would have fit perfectly how it came. The only one piece of advice that I would give, the front was pretty straightforward. I did make the little cut for the intercooler bracket. In the rear, these are the factory holes that the pan brought. I drilled right on those holes, and if you can see up top, I'm not sure if you can see that, but basically it puts the hole really close to that back beam that's on there and wouldn't allow for a bolt or a nut to fit there. So I had to drill just a little bit more forward. So I made new holes right off of the ones that it actually came with. So I couldn't find a way to have a bolt fit on the hole that came pre-drilled on the belly pan. So that's the only one little change that I made. But everything else, like I said, these cutouts here on the side, more than likely are unnecessary. You guys won't have to do that. I'm actually gonna get it welded right now. I'll get these little tabs welded back up so there's no leaks from there. I'm also crazy, so I took the time to hammer everything shut, like really, really tight. Like I just beat it with the hammer softly all along the edges, just so it could be a very flush fitting. Did the same in the front, but it's an awesome piece. It'll save your ass, so highly recommended. Alright guys, the belly pan is on. Race family, let's take the car for a ride, baby. It's freaking packed. You can see in here, I got my brand new drag radios with me. I'm gonna see if I can find a place I can get them mounted today. It's Saturday and it's like 1:15 or so. I know a lot of places close early, but I'll see if I can find a place. The belly pan's already installed, so one thing off our list. Let's see if I can find a place to mount this. I'm gonna go buy 10 gallons worth of Ignite Red. That's the race fuel that I use whenever I go drag racing, and that's what we're gonna be doing this week. So I buy it by 5-gallon jugs. So we'll buy 2 of them to have with us. So let's buy some fuel, let's get the tires mounted. What else? I have 2 nitrous bottles with me here in the car I'm gonna take to get filled. I typically don't need that much spray. I use very little. It's just to launch the car, but I always like to have an extra bottle just in case. You guys know I used to have that issue with the nitrosilanoid. The purge would stay open and drain the bottle. So I have a new one at the house. We'll install it later today, but let's get both bottles filled. I'll drop them off. I'll pick them up during the week. Let's get some fuel. Let's get the tires. I also want to get a new LED headlight bulb for the car. I would like to find some that are, the ones that I have now just stick out so far back that it's hitting my brand new PHR aluminum overflow tank for the radiator. So I need to buy, either go back to an HID light or see if I can find an LED light that's more slim. The one that I have just sticks out too far. It's got a fan on the back of it and it doesn't fit with the overflow tank. So I hope I mentioned everything. Got a lot of shit going on. But jumping on the highway now and let's get to it. Good shit, man. God bless. Later. Be safe. Yo, he says you kicked my ass, but it's okay. Damn, that's priceless. Guys, driving this car on the street so much damn fun. Good shit, man. Guys, if you guys are from my town, this shop here, Havoc Speed, this is where I get my race fuel. These guys keep tons. They buy containers full of Ignite race fuel. So I get my nitrous fill-ups. What's up, brother? What's up, guys? Anthony, you're a large or an extra large? I brought you something.
I'm a large.
I got you. These run a little tight. They're like a slim fit. But if you're a large, I brought that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Check this out. This is on the way here. Found a bike on the highway.
Oh boy.
Can I see it?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. I quickly got the freaking GoPro. I'm trying to bait him, and there he goes. I let him take off quite a bit, and oh, we come by him real strong.
Oh, bye-bye.
I get next to him at the next traffic light. He's like, you kicked my ass, but it was fun.
What was the motorcycle?
I didn't even ask him. I don't know.
I mean, he 14. Beautiful car, brother.
I'll show it to you guys. Yeah, that's my baby. Oh. Lots of years of messing with it, and little by little, it's came a long way.
Hey man, you know that's the same way we do it.
What are you guys working on?
He has a 2JC, a Supra, a Supra. Yes.
Good shit. Okay.
Yeah, we're building it right now, and I just built my.
I had it for 19 years.
Good shit.
And I bought all the crap about 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had it on
now
boxes,
you're refreshing
and
it.
something happened, and I lost motivation, and now he's like,
I just
you
boost
waiting
mine.
for? Let's do it.
I have a 2000 Civic SI.
Yeah.
I just boosted it up with 360. I mean, 289 torque.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
pretty fun car.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm in stock on my motor, but I mean, I'm in the process to get pistons and all that. You know, go to the 600s or whatever.
I know.
That's why
Yes. Come on. Check it out.
Actually, I want to go check this out.
Hey man, me too.
Let me, when I think about this.
Oh man, that color is beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, brother, that blue is fucking unique.
Yeah. So.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, this was a dream car growing up, man. And
Yeah,
it's taken.
Hey, man.
Just like your buddy, though.
Oh.
Here, hold this for a second.
Oh, yes,
Just like
sir.
your friend. Sometimes I'll get impatient and I'll get tired, or it'll beat me up, and I'll just throw it in the garage and forget about it. But then I'll just find love for it again and keep at it.
Brother, I'm telling you, bro, this is beautiful. that is beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's my toy.
This is the way that you should build a car, man. You know what I mean? I mean, nice and clean.
That's what I've done. I've tried to keep it as original as possible.
I mean, I can eat. Oh. Look at this, brother.
I know, yeah.
Wow, man.
Guys, get in the car. I guess having people celebrate the car. We work on these cars so damn hard that it means a lot to have people compliment it or have people recognize it, and they take all of our freaking money, all of our time. So I love sharing my passion with others and showing it. I keep no secrets. Any questions they ever have, you know, I always answer. Yeah, all my fuel lines I did here with Havoc Speed. All the fuel lines, everything's crimped. I buy my fuel here, spark plugs, a lot of the stuff I buy here at the shop.
Man, well done, brother.
Thank you, man.
I just gotta say, man.
So that's the original engine that came with the car. It's a 3.0 liter, so it's not a stroker engine. 3.0 factory compression, 8-5, precision 83 millimeter, and then I just run good fuel and a lot of boost.
You in E85?
I use E90. I buy here. I use like right now it's on E85.
Yeah.
I pump it at the station. That's what I use when I'm on the street.
Okay.
But whenever I go drag race, just to have a more consistent fuel,
Yeah.
I buy E90.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but E85 works great.
Yeah, man. I was about to do 85 in mine, but.
You guys check out the belly pan. So today I actually put the pan that's underneath.
Oh.
When I went 780, this car had no belly pan, no parachute. This car's got no roll cage. Like, it's got no safety at all. And it went 183 miles an hour, stopped on his own brakes. So today I installed the belly pan in case there's any like oil, coolant, fuel droppings.
That I never see anything like that.
Yeah.
I never see it like that, bro. And that's also because, you know, holds all the oil, whatever it leaks in there. I mean, for sure.
What's up, brother? Yeah, we put the battery to the back. I recently bought this lightweight battery, and I color matched everything to the outside of the car. Got everything powder coated.
I love the color of the car.
Pretty, yeah, it's unique, man.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a car, you know, with this color like that.
What happened to the door? Trailer?
Yep, you got it. I hit it on the trailer eating shit. Eating shit. So on the TRC video, a lot of the guys are asking me what happened to my door. I haven't showed you guys, but I banged it up on the trailer pretty freaking good. I was pushing the car under the rain. So I got to get that fixed. The body shop that I use, I showed it to him right away. He was like, yeah, bring it to me. I'll get it done in no time. But I just enjoy the car so damn much. I hate dropping it off. Yeah, thank you, bro.
How are they not giving you shit for not having a roll cage?
I've raced at 3 different tracks. They don't check shit.
I know, man. And,
When I go tech the car in.
that's one thing that I saw. You don't have a roll cage inside, bro? That let you race like that?
Yeah.
You bumpy?
So whenever I tech the car in, they'll ask me how fast it goes. I'm like, oh, it goes 12s. They'll check my helmet, and then they won't check nothing else.
You're gonna want to reconsider a little bit, man. If something goes bad.
So I just did the belly pan today. I'm gonna install the parachute, and then I want to do a cage next month. So that's the goal.
Yeah, you should do cage, man.
I will. No, I will.
I mean,
First time I ever seen him run a car.
Yeah.
Anthony looks pretty badass.
Yeah,
And
I like
it
it.
was wet. It was wet out.
bro, it look more than badass. This is a great car.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Man, yeah. I'm not sleeping tonight just thinking about this car.
Yeah, this is my baby.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys, leaving here now. I got the fuel. I dropped off the nitrous tanks. I bought some spark plugs. I wanted to talk to you guys now about the fuel pump. On the TRC video, I was reading a lot of the comments, and a few of the people noticed that the fuel pump was crazy loud inside of the car. Back then, I already had the voltage regulator. I already had the knob to control it, but I wasn't doing it. I had the knob all the way back there. I always kept it on kill. It didn't really bother me. But as I continued to drive the car more and more and more, it definitely did start pissing me off. So, like I told you guys in a previous video, I ran my voltage regulator to quiet the pump down. I ran it all through the side plastics of the car, underneath the carpet, and into this little glove box. Now I have a little dial, so I'll show you guys. This is what it sounded like on the TRC video. You could hear that. The pump was just on kill 24/7, which is probably pretty stupid too. It might heat up the fuel. It's moving tons of fuel for no reason. So now, listen to this. I can just turn it down as low as I want it, and you can barely hear nothing inside of the car. It's really silent. I can drive the car, all you hear is exhaust noise. And then when I go under power, it flicks to the higher setting on its own, or I can just also, before the race, bring it up to kill myself. So, pretty cool. Let's get back on the road. All right, race family, we just made it to the next destination. This is what I was talking about earlier. This head bulb, is that what it's called? Head bulb, headlight bulb. Anyhow, this shit is way too far back. See how far back it sticks? It's like a fan that's back here, and it's hitting that overflow tank. So I need something that's either, I wish they sold an LED option that was not as bulky or not have such a big butt. If so, I'll get that. If not, we might need some HID options or something where I can have headlights again, because I took this one out to get the tank to fit. Now I have no headlight bulb on the driver's side. So let's see what these guys got. I actually came over to, where the hell is it? Oh, I think it's that way. I came to driver's seat. These guys have all sorts of lights and shit like that. So let's see what they got. All right, guys, let's see if we can find what we're looking for. This place here is pretty damn expensive, but see if they got an option. How's it going? All right, guys, there is no LED option that's more narrow than this, or at least none that I could find online or at the store. So I went back to an HID. This will fit no problem. So the hell with the LEDs. Oh, I locked the car. Now let's try to find some place I can swap the tires really quick in the back, get the tires changed out, and I can get back home, change the nitrous solenoid, make a few more changes. Just get in there little by little. Could have probably found a better deal online on HID lights, but when you need something, you pay for convenience, and these guys had something here. And like I said, when I drive the car at night now, since I put this overflow tank, I've only had one freaking headlight. I'll have to use the high beam, so I'm tired of doing that crap. So I bought these HIDs. There's a year warranty on them, so let's hope they're bright and they work well. Alright guys, down this road where I'm driving now, there's a lot of high-end dealerships. This is where Palm Beach Lamborghini is. Look at all those badass rides. McLaren is right down the block from here. I think Porsche is right behind us. It's a lot of high-end dealerships on this road. This is Chevrolet. This dealership here, guys, where I actually purchased my first car ever. My Chevy Cobalt SS Supercharged. I got it there, I was 16 years old. I had no damn credit. My family financed it for me. But it was a brand new car. I've talked to you guys about that car before. It was a brand new, 0 mileage. We actually leased it. It was like 300 bucks, like $360 a month to lease that car. I want to say we gave like no money down or minimal money down. And it was a car that I wanted. It was either that or an SRT4. That's what I thought was cool back when I was 16. And I love that car. A couple nights ago, I actually had a dream that I still owned it and I was about to go for a ride in it. And believe it or not, I've had a lot of really cool cars after that, obviously, but that's one of the cars that I missed the most, or probably the car that I missed the most. And I guess because it was just my very first car, and I learned to race in that car. I learned to modify that car. I would go to the races in that car. I mean, that's where this whole passion for cars all came about. So if I ever get the opportunity, I'll buy another. It was a 2006 Chevy Cobalt SS Supercharged in yellow. It was crazy. The big spoiler in the back. I thought that car was the coolest thing ever. I bought it, obviously, all original, I think. I never took it to the track 100% stock, but just with an intake and I think an intake and like a little muffler in the back or something. I went 14.5 at like 100 and a little bit, 102 or something. And then I did a couple more bolt-ons. I got it to go 13.4 at like 107. And then I put it on spray. It was like a 35 shot of nitrous, but that little it was like the smallest jet I could find. But that 35 shot of dry nitrous would wake that supercharger up so much. It went from like 107 mile an hour trap speed to like 112. It went 13.2 spinning tires at like 112 miles an hour. And back then, back in 2006, 112 mile an hour trap car. And that was 112, turning on the spray in second gear, spinning second, just hooking in third. So really on the road, from a higher roll, when it would hood good, it was probably like a 114 trap car. Back then, that was pretty quick. Now we're going 183. All right, guys, another freaking motorcycle behind us. The guy's closing his visor. I don't want to race no more. This looks like a damn cruiser. He's got big rear view mirrors on the side. He's trying to pass me on the on-ramp. Oh, Jesus. Family, we got the fresh meats on the car, baby, the new tires. The first place that I went to was already closed for the day, so I came to the second spot. These people have done work for me in the past, and we got the tires installed. So little by little, I have a whole bunch of crap I want to do to the car, and I got to get as much of it done as possible now on the weekend, because throughout the week I just won't have the available time. So let's get back home now. I want to change the nitrous solenoid. What else? I want to get those brakes installed, but I'll show you guys later. To get those brakes installed, I have to actually take off the whole rear spindle hub, and because the bracket that holds the caliper, I'll show you guys, it's a pain in the ass. You gotta basically take that whole spindle hub apart, put the bracket that holds everything, put the bracket in that holds the this tire's just sticky as hell. You hear the rocks just picking up? It's crazy. These guys left the service thing on my little mirror on the side and it just flew off. The little service paper. I was saying change the nitrous solenoid. Oh, I was saying the brakes, guys. To put those brakes on, I'll show you guys. It's like the biggest pain in the ass brake job ever. I'm gonna have to take the whole, obviously the wheels off, take the whole spindle, the upper control arm, lower control arm, take all that shit apart, and take the actual spindle hub to a place with a press so they can take it apart, put this bracket piece that goes in the middle, and then press it all back together. I bought all the bearings online. We're actually at a shop near the house. So I bought all the bearings, I got them at home. I gotta get that shit done to have the brakes on for next week, Friday. Praise family, we got one of our youngest subscribers, baby. Check him out. He's over here. You drove an hour and a half, you said, to get here with your dad? Mm-hmm. Hour and a half away. He wanted to see the Supra racing. Come on, we're gonna hang out. I always enjoy you guys coming out and meeting us and hanging out with us by our pits. Come on, it's gonna be good. We're gonna turn up today. You're gonna be in charge of the computer, all the boosts. Oh, yeah.